Alright guys, get excited for this game. This is Sea.Leta versus BestGod. And this is going to be a Protoss versus Terran on the map Geometry. So right now we see that BestGod is on the top left and Sea.Leta, the Terran, is on the bottom left. Now what I have to say about the players here is that Leta has only played 3 games so far in the Proleague. So that would probably lead us to believe that he's not very good, since he'd be playing a lot more games if he was very good. But the last game we saw, he definitely totally destroyed StOrk with excellent usage of drops and harassment. So we're probably going to see some pretty nice play from him here. And definitely this is going to be another Protoss vs Terran, and we may see another dropship harassment as he did last time. Now BestGod, he has never this is the first time he's going to show up in the Proleague. This is his first match in the Proleague, so nobody's really heard of him. Nobody really knows if he's good or not. Since he hasn't played yet in the Proleague, this will probably lead us to assume that he's not very good, but we'll see, because he might be able to surprise us. Now this is on the map Geometry. It's a fairly balanced map, but it's a little imbalanced towards Terran, because there's a lot of high ground advantage. You may say that there's a lot of flanking area, but the high ground advantage is definitely very useful for Terran. And so this is probably another advantage that Leta is going to use to his advantage here. The Terran versus Protoss record on this map Geometry, definitely Terrans have been winning a lot more than Protosses. And adding that onto the fact that we haven't seen BestGod before, and Leta played excellently versus StOrk, we're probably going to see some good play by Leta, and BestGod will probably lose. But there's no telling what will happen here at this point in the game. So it's going to be anybody's match right now. And this probe over here by BestGod is going to try and start doing some harassment on the SCV building the barracks. But very well played by Leta. He's able to switch his SCVs over so they don't get killed, and so it also doesn't delay the barracks from building, so he can get his factory up as soon as possible. Now, what I have to say is, right now the record is STX Soul is 2 wins right now, and right now on game net OGN Sparkyz is currently at 1 win so far. So basically right now we have to see that OGN Sparkyz, Leta, has to win this game, or else he will not be able, or his team will lose. OGN Sparkyz will lose. If STX Soul wins this game, then they will defeat OGN Sparkyz. And now we see a zealot coming in. It's going to try and kill that SCV that's building the factory. This is going to delay the factory very slightly, but these Marines are going to have to micro against this zealot. The zealot is once again going to kill another SCV that's building the factory. Still, once again, delaying the factory. It seems that these Marines are going to be able to micro quite well against the zealot, though. Not seeing the best micro right here by Leta. Another zealot is coming in from the top. The zealot has finally been killed, but we see another zealot coming in. It is going to retreat since there's already 3 Marines now. So, right now we see that the cybernetics core is finally up. This will be used to get Dragoons, and I'm not sure if it is going to be researching Singularity Charge. It most likely is, but sometimes players will pretend to go Singularity Charge, but actually go something else. So we'll see what happens here. It seems that Leta is going to expand very shortly, since he's making a bunker here for defense. This is a good strategy, and something that I've seen quite a lot of players do, is that they'll make a bunker and establish a small defense before they expand, because right now there's a lot of units for BestGod that are roaming around the map. I'm not sure what that tech building it was up there to the north in his base, but a scouting SCV is not going to be able to get in, and now we see a robotics facility. Now, definitely this is going to be very good again for BestGod, since he's going to be able to get the drops. But right now Leta is not going to go drops as he did in the StOrk game. So we're going to have to see him defend very well against these Reavers that will probably come out, or else he will lose this game. So BestGod right now has been playing quite well so far. He managed to delay the factory pretty well. So this is gonna hurt. Leta a little bit. Now another scouting SCV is gonna be attacked. So the BestGod also did get a little bit of scouting in there, seeing that there's a tank and a bunker. So that was also a good use of a Dragoon scout. And he's also guarding the back entrance. Now something that I think will be a little bit advantageous to BestGod is that there's a little back entrance that you saw just earlier, and it'll be very good for flanking. Now, since the bunker is a little too far to the north, it doesn't exactly cover that little ramp as much, but it still does. But Dragoons could run past without taking too much damage, because Marines don't do that much to Dragoons. Now we see a small attack going on over here. It consists of 2 tanks and 4 Marines and a couple of SCVs for repairing and creating turrets. We don't see many Dragoons right here, but they are going to use the high ground advantage to be able to survive a little bit longer. Now these SCVs are going to come in from the top. Zealot's going in, going to try and attack those tanks. Right now we see that Leta is going to start taking out quite a lot of units. Now he's going to have the ground advantage, and he's going to start his push again. A vulture has also come out, and it is going to start doing some damage. Possibly it will run past and try and kill some of those probes. It is going to lay some mines first, and these Dragoons are going to try and kill those units that when they try and pass the choke. But oh, a Reaver has been unloaded, and this Reaver will be very good for killing off these tanks and the vultures and such. Right now I'm a little bit worried about Leta's factory count. He only has 2 factories right now. I believe he should have a little bit more. So the Reaver is being unloaded pretty well. He was targeting the tanks, so he's not going to be able to do much damage. He has to be careful of these minefields over here. I'm not sure if he has an observer yet, but BestGod cannot lose his first Reaver, or else he will be attacked by Leta. So we see that the first observer has popped out. I think the Reaver is going to be unloaded now, and it's going to try and shoot down those mines. I think it would be a little bit of a better target to hit those tanks now that they're a little bit... never mind. But there's still an SCV here, so these tanks are going to be able to be repaired. A nice attack there, killed 2 vultures, and the Reaver is going to start killing off that tank now. So definitely what I said earlier is I'm very worried about Leta's factory count right now. He only has two tanks at his... Oh, let's pause this right here.